BYD has just released the new Seal electric car. I made a video about that. I'll put a link in the description below. However, they've also released the number of orders that they got within 6 hours. And it's quite a lot. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I am the Electric Viking. Great to have you here. Thank you for subscribing and supporting what we all know is going to make a better world, which is electric cars, renewable energy, and simply being smart about what we do as the human race. Let's look after the planet that we have, right? Makes sense. As many of you know, I have ordered a BYD electric car. And no, I don't live in China, in case you're watching the channel for the first time. I'll put some links in the description below. In fact, I'll put a link in the description below to the car that I ordered. It's called the Atto 3 or the Yen Plus. BYD just released the Seal electric car, which is in many ways their most advanced electric car. It uses a new structural battery pack very similar to what Tesla has in the new Model Y vehicles that are coming out of Texas and the Gigafactory in Berlin. So this new Seal EV is a direct competitor to the Tesla Model 3. Bit cheaper, but very similar. It's slightly bigger on the outside, but probably going to be a similar size on the inside. It's been a big success so far, say BYD. They have 22,637 pre-orders within the first 6 hours. And considering the price for the base model is $32,000 US, the top spec model $43,000 US, and it comes with pretty good range. I mean, the top spec model has 700 kilometers of CLTC range, has a longer CLTC range than the Model 3. So yeah, it's really, really good value. Of course, the Tesla Model 3 does have some features, things like its infotainment system that are definitely better than what you get in the BYD. But that said, the Seal is definitely worth considering, and it is going to be a global car for BYD. Now let's compare the numbers for these pre-orders. BYD has a vehicle called the Han, which is a similar size to the Tesla Model S. The new model of the Han was released on the 11th of April 2022. Now the Han actually comes in different variants. They've got a few different options. There's no full petrol vehicles, no full gas-powered vehicles. They have plug-in hybrids or fully electric. That's it. BYD doesn't make petrol-powered, gas-powered only vehicles anymore at all. Or hybrids. Only plug-in hybrids and fully electric. So the Han itself got 48,136 orders within 6 hours. So as you can see, more than double the number of orders for the Han EV. However, just under half of all of BYD's vehicle sales this year, and for most of last year as well, were plug-in hybrids. A bit more than half were fully electric cars. So you can see, because the Han has a plug-in hybrid variant, they've gotten more orders for that car. Now in China, plug-in hybrids are not very popular at all. The only car company that makes plug-in hybrids that sell in large numbers in China is BYD. So that means that BYD have 70,000, in fact more than 70,000 pre-orders within 6 hours for both of these two cars. Add those numbers to the 400,000 plus pre-orders that BYD currently have, that they have as a backlog, constant ongoing backlog. You can see it's very likely that by now BYD have more than 500,000 pre-orders. That's a lot. That's a very big number. Now the standard range rear-wheel drive model that costs around just under $32,000 US has a range of 550 kilometers, which is around about probably 400 kilometers in the real world. Those numbers are pretty optimistic because they're on the CLTC cycle. Standard range rear-wheel drive premium version, so the premium version of that model costs about an extra $3,000 US, has the same range. The long range rear-wheel drive version has 700 kilometers of range, and it costs 262,800 RMB, which is $39,000 US. So you can get a pretty good car, purpose-made EV with a lithium iron phosphate battery pack. Big advantage there. You're going to get at least 3 times as many cycles out of that battery pack as you are versus a traditional ternary battery, which is used, of course, by pretty much all their competitors. Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, Mercedes, BMW, Ford, General Motors, the list goes on. Very few of those automotive manufacturers use lithium iron phosphate batteries. Currently, Tesla is the main one. More than 50% of cars sold by Tesla last year had LFP battery packs. Now, they have a four-wheel drive performance version, That comes with 650 kilometers of CLTC range, so probably about maybe 500 in the real world. That one starts at 289,800 RMB, and that one's 43,000 US dollars. That's a pretty similar car to the Tesla Model 3 Performance. So if you want to know any more about this car, I've detailed the specifics in a video I made recently. I'll put a link in the description below. That video talks about the really impressive CTC technology that these new vehicles have from BYD. Makes them quite a bit better than any other BYD vehicle ever produced. And it's really cool to see BYD, essentially copying Tesla. And they're not the only ones. Lots of different Chinese automakers are copying Tesla when it comes to using structural battery packs. They all saw Tesla do it and they were like, that's a good idea. We'll do it too. And you know what? I think that's a smart move. Sometimes if your competitor does something smart and you just ignore it and you don't copy it, then, well, that's probably stupid on your behalf. Legacy Auto, I'm talking to you. The BYD Seal standard range comes with a 150 kilowatt rear motor. The long range version comes with a 230 kilowatt rear motor. And the performance all-wheel drive version comes with 390 kilowatt and does 0 to 100 in 3.8 seconds. That's 0 to 62 miles an hour in 3.8 seconds. That's fast. BYD hasn't actually said when this vehicle will be delivered. However, BYD expects China's electric vehicle penetration rate to exceed 35% this year, possibly 40%. Wow, that is happening very fast. In addition, in a conservative worst case scenario, BYD expects to sell 1.5 million vehicles in 2022, all of those being electric or plug-in hybrid. But it said if its supply chain conditions improve, it will reach 2 million vehicle sales this year. Now, the company sold 106,000 new electric vehicles, or a combination of plug-in hybrids and electric cars in April, which was an increase of 313% from a year ago. And in fact, they actually sold more electric cars this year than Volkswagen did. In fact, quite a lot more. So yeah, if you have a chance to consider buying an EV over the next year, if your country is getting them, lots of countries are, then I definitely think it's worth having a look. And check out my videos if you want to have a look at a certain model. I'll put some links in the description below to all the different BYD models that I've made videos about. I believe I've made more than anyone else about this car company. Why? Well, I think they're going to be the second largest car company in the world by 2030. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.